Good day, fine people. A very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick and I'm getting goosebumps because this is a game I played quite a lot back in the day. It's Pro Tennis Tour 2 on the Commodore Amiga, also known as Great Courts 2 in some places, published by Ubisoft in 1991. It's a tennis game. It's also released on the Atari ST and MS-DOS. It's the sequel to Pro Tennis Tour 2. No, Pro Tennis Tour 1. Couldn't be the sequel to itself. That's ridiculous. Sequel to Pro Tennis Tour 2 in 1989, where you take on the career of a tennis player, a man or female, though you can play mixed doubles in this game as well. You must go through building up your skills and be the champion of everything and be rated number one. It boasts a number of different playing surfaces, clay, indoor and grass, and the ball has different characteristics on that, how high it bounces and how fast it goes, and also as well, you've got more control over the direction of the ball, so position yourself early and do lobs, acute backhands, forehands, left and right. I was great back in the day. I haven't played it for almost 30 years, so I'll probably be a bit rubbish. Let's see how much I remember here. So Pro Tennis Tour 2, in my opinion, the best tennis game on the Commodore Amiga. Right, there's a bit of a code here. You've got provided with this sheet, which is like a magenta ready colour. Here's the options here. You can go for a practice championship. There's a ball machine there. I've got no information about my player because I need to create them first of all in this player creation thing if I get out the preferences there. So you might want to do a bit of practicing. There's all my skills down below. I can be a male or female player, so we've got that on character. You can set up player 2 as well. I'll be a male character there. I changed my name. Nick, that'll be me. I won't put my surname in. So we've got like forehand 64, backhand, forehand volley, backhand volley, smash, service. You can build those up gradually by going through. I've got a few points here we can use up, so I use that in my condition. That's how tired you get as you go through. And after this, we then have to select our itinerary for the next season, what we're actually going to do. Right, I'm getting excited here. Bomb, 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 bomb. If you had this game back in the day, then let me know. Right, I think I should have saved that, but anyway, it might not put my name on here. Yes, go to the diary book. Do you want to create a new schedule? Yes. So we'll just do a couple of games, or maybe one game here. So there's the different amounts represent how difficult the players will be in this. Do singles or doubles. This Australian Open, that's a big one. Davis Cup, we compete with our country over different rubbers. So it's all here, the whole full season. So you can get immersed in this as much as you possibly can or would like. Did have an unofficial sequel. It's only come out on Windows, I think, which wasn't called Pro Tennis Tour 2. I think it's called Great Courts 3, I think. But I've never seen that. It went to more of a 3D environment. Do you really want to create a new schedule? No, because I've just created one. And we'll get into the game in a moment. I'm very interested to see how much of my skills I've lost over that sort of time. As an adult, your brain gets filled up with lots of other stuff like work and paying the rent and bills and all that sort of stuff. As a kid, all you had to do is concentrate on school, well, some more than others, and playing computer games and getting good at them. So, prize money 150,000. Yeah, it hasn't done my name there on the right hand side. Never mind. We're versus Bogdan British. Good luck to me. I think it's an indoor court, so it's high bouncing. The crowd are jumping. Now, yes, I remember first of all serving was a little bit tricky. I've got it on expert mode. If you get it on a lesser mode, then it'll do the serving for you. Right, okay. So once again, like all tennis games, I've lost all my skills from when I was back in the day. It's can I actually score a point? Oh dear, that's way out. This ain't gonna scare Bogdan British. There's a bloke called Rodrigo Risotto, great serve by... Oh, that's him. There's a great player called Rodrigo Risotto. I'm at the top now. Come on, I've got a point already. You can do fade shots, drop shots. If you come to the court net too early, they can just do a passing shot on your bottom. Right, okay. So great speech here. Is that a double fault? We're in 30 all. Right, I might have a chance here. Come on, let's get the skills back. I'm up the top, remember. As a guy with lovely shorts on. If you are a person with lovely shorts on, comment below. Good. Oh, out. In doubles, it's a little bit easier because you've got the outside tram lines you can hit it into as well. Right, so I've got a bit of a lob there and it went out. I should have gone back a bit. So, 2 games to love. Not surprising. Let's see if serving down here is a bit better. Oh, come on, Nick. I used to beat everyone 6 love back in the day. I didn't see what the ranking was of this guy I'm playing here. Oh, look, a double fault. The top ranked players put up a bit of network put up a bit of a more of a challenge. Can I win an actual game in this after all this time? Yes, but you got much better control over that. In the baby mode, you have to position your tennis. Well, it automatically positions your tennis player. Here, and they like that, the crowd. Here, you've got to position it yourself on the expert mode. Maybe a bit ambitious going expert mode. But the earlier you position yourself in front of the ball, the more control you've got over the direction, and that's where the skill comes in, where the good players will win out. I can't believe I haven't reviewed this game up to now, but we'll probably review Pro Tennis Tour at some stage also, which will come out on the Spectrum 2. Not the Spectrum 2, the Digit, it's Spectrum also, right and down the bottom. Good lob, mate. Oh. Of all the tennis games, this is the one that's got the most variety in the way the rallies can go. You won't always, although there's tricks to winning it, it won't always be the same. Good, right. Am I getting gradually better? I mean, I'm getting the odd point. The challenge here is, can I actually win a game before the review is over? Now, these reviews aren't about expert gameplay, about seeing how you would have got on with the game on your first or second go, and would there have been enough there if you want to go and play it again. Other notable tennis games are Tennis Cup, and you know, those two for me are the best ones. I've recently reviewed Super Tennis Champs and Tennis Champs, which they're quite good, but graphically, but they're a little bit tricky, he says, as he keeps knocking the ball into the net. Oh, come on, Nick. I used to find this so easy back in the day. Oops, I rushed the net too early there. You can't do dive shots, I don't think. Right. So it's not as advanced as those virtual tennis games, but as far as 16-bit computing goes, this is, for me, is where the action is. Any tennis game I see on the Commodore Amiga, I'll have to compare it to this one. I mean, there's two set graphics for each players. That's the only variety. That brown-haired man down the bottom and me up the top is like a gingery, sort of more colour, and it's the same for the female players too. Oh man, 15. Oh, come on, let's try and break something. This is for the set, I think. First to 2 sets. Oh look. This guy's not hanging around. He's not giving the computer time. Oh, what a shot! That's right. So I'm gradually getting my skills back there. That was a great shot by me. On grass, it's probably better to do a serve and volley game. On the indoors on the clay, better to stay on the baseline maybe. 30-40. This is a set point. Set point to him. I seem to find it easier when I'm not serving. Right, okay, now... Oh, I've gone into the net. Oh, that's good. Oh, man. 1 set to love, me to serve, up the top. Marvellous. Yeah, so if you've got an Amiga Mini, or even an Amiga, or emulation, and you want to see the best, in my opinion, tennis game the Amiga has to offer, it's this one here, Pro Tennis Tour 2, Great Courts 2. Right, but you know, you need a bit of practice, but you've got the idea that the skills will come, and I'm gradually finding them here. I think if I was playing this for maybe a day or so, I think I'll be back to where I was. It's just finding my skills back in, especially with the serving. That's where I'm struggling a little bit at the present time. Yeah, I tried to go for an obscure one there. Right, now I need to get this in at all costs. Oh, and I didn't. Right, he's broken my serve already. I'm back down the bottom again. Before this review is over, I will try and show you the doubles as well. Maybe not show you the full game there, but I'll show you at least some. So pulling back on the joystick, whoops, missed that smash. Pulling back on the joystick, you can do lobs. Pushing forward, you can do a drop shot, but don't do a drop shot from too far back because it'll bump into the net there. So you can be playing this forever as you try and build up your player with all their skills, trying to get them all up to 100%. And to be ranked number 1, of course. I'm getting knocked all over the place here. 2 love. Now, do your predictions. Will Nick actually win a game on this thing? I think back in the day I was so good at it that sometimes I'd give the computer a 6 love start to see if I can catch up, and I'd do it. 15 all. The commentator could be a bit more exciting, couldn't he? 15-40. 13-30. Oh, he's rushed the net. Maybe do a passing shot or a lob. No. Come on, Nick. I'm not going to hang around. It's a fast-paced game. Back up the top again. It's much easier playing down the bottom. Oh man. Now, if you like your Commodore Amiga stuff, we've reviewed quite a lot now. I think coming up to about 550 at time recording. If you want to see them all, or at least look for your favourite one, they're all in the playlist. So they are. To get there, click on my username. Great shot. That takes you to the channel page. Click on the playlist tab, and Amiga will be there along with a load of other stuff. So yeah. Love 40, right? He ain't won a point on his serve yet. Could this be the game for me? Yes, look at that. I've won a game against serve. So, you can see I'm gradually getting it. If I can get my serve sorted out at any point, then I'm going to be dangerous. 3 in a row, 4 nets in a row. Good. I've set him out wide. Well, that could have been a bit quicker. Right, okay. Love 30. I think he's going to break back straight away. Yeah, so the clay court is red if you ever get there. Grass court is green, of course. You play at places like Wimbledon and Queens, both in the UK. Footfold. Let's keep going. Keep going. It's never snowing in here. You don't get rain conditions or anything like that. Love 15, right. Last time he didn't win a point on his serve. I think I got the measure of this nincompoop eventually. So yeah, I mean, no problem. If you keep it simple, there we go. If you keep it simple like that, I think you've got to have a lot of joy, especially against the lower rank players like Bogdan British. We hit that on the volley. Yeah, a lot of variety in the play. I'm trying to go for the corner. Yes. Oh, that was the right thing to do, but I overcooked it. I was in position too early. So I'm doing more of a variety of shots now. They're not always going in. It's juice. Right, let's try and get advantage me. Advantage me. I'm trying to show you a bit here, but time is going very, very quick here. If you watched Smash, yeah, well, I left it on purpose, let's say. If you're liking these reviews, you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It's all about stress busting. That's turning into one of my favourite shots. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And a big thank you to those people that have too, because they're keeping the channel running. You're keeping the channel running. And I'm also, in particular, the members. When times are tough with the cost of living crisis, then thank you there. Don't feel pressure to do that. It's all about beating stress, but if you can do, that helps me out considerably. 15-30. Right, I've won 2 games, haven't I, there? 2-4. See if we can get it back. So the first set, after a 30-year gap almost of not playing it, I lost 6-love. This time I've 2-5. He's serving for the match. So on that sort of like rate of success, within a few games, I would be doing well. I like the way the crowd cheers when you do a good shot. According to the computer, no. Should have pulled back on the joystick there to get a bit more play. Oh, I never owned Pro Tennis Tour, but I want to catch up with that, particularly on the ZX Spectrum, and see how 8-bit does it. Reviewed quite a few tennis games recently on various systems. Tie Break on the Commodore 64 was one. Probably the most popular one on the Spectrum was Match Point on the Commodore 64 as well. Right, come on, Nick. I'm trying to save a match point here. Trying to save a match point. Come on, let's get him running around. This might be it. Get him in the corner. Right, across. Good. Great shot from me. It's juice. Match point saved. Now it's getting exciting. So there's a middle ground in this game where you get okay at it, but not super brilliant, where the playability is best. So as soon as you start getting to a point where you're awesome at it, and you will get awesome at it, then it's a little bit slightly more boring. But then you've got to play the best players in the world. Wouldn't mind a few extra graphics there for the players, but it is Commodore Amiga. It's time of no DLCs. It's a more straightforward time. I'm serving to stay in the game. 3-5. Good, oh, look at that. He'd done my favourite shot back on me. Love 30. Come on, Nick. Do this. Beat this nincompoop to Betsy. Yeah, positioning is everything here, and he's done it again. Love 40. So 3 match points for him, and an out of the tournament. I think the next match is singles as well, so I might do an edit on the video to try and bypass that. So he's won there. 0636. So I'm getting gradually better. I was remembering my name this time, so I am in it at all. Right, I'm going to do an edit now to get us back into a doubles game, but we won't play the whole thing there. So we're going to do a doubles in the Australian Open. Right, here we go. We're back again in play. So yeah, we're into the doubles. I quickly knocked myself out of the first round, which wouldn't have been that. So there's the duo that we're going to be playing this time, but they look very similar. Now, both players, each side will be the same. Right, now, I'm serving doubles. Right, so, hopefully my computer man, like that, is going to get me out of a lot of trouble. And this is where I had probably the most fun with the game, when I had a friend around and we were playing doubles against the computer. Because he could spend ages preparing his shot and get some really acute angles to win the day. Now, my tendency is to run all over the place and get in the way, so my trust in my computer opponent's not always the greatest, but I've got to give him a little bit of plaudits. 30, 40, can we win a game here? So this is it. So the Amiga's doing a lot of stuff here, but I lost my first game straight away. Lob it. Remember, we can knock it in the tram lines this time.
Love 15.
Love 15. Oh, good. I need a better teammate. Someone who's ranked 1 in the world, or maybe Venus Williams or some other planet Williams. Obviously not David Walliams. That'd be tricky. David Walliams tennis. That'd be an interesting license. Make that someone. Yeah, I can't see how that's going to work. Biff. And when you in David Walliams tennis, when you select female opponent, it's him again, and it's going, I'm a lady. Yes. Right. Oh. Right, yeah, there we go. We're up the top now. I'm that guy dancing by the net like a wally, backward and forward. There I go, weaving. Intercept. No, I missed it. Oh. I think I'm going to get dropped from the team if I keep going like this. So in the Davis Cup, you do a singles game. The computer does a singles game, although you can opt to not have to see that. Great shot. You opt to not see that, and then you do doubles as well, so that's exciting.
15.
Yeah, also, I never did it, but apparently you can do 4-player game on this thing too. I think you need that multi-tap sort of thing. Fold. Good speech, good playability, rewards practice there. You can get into it as a newbie fairly quickly because you can do automatic serving on the baby mode. I've gone into expert mode thinking I'd be as good as I was when I was a teenager, and I was greatly mistaken. Right, okay, right, we're down the bottom now. I'm taking the receiving of that person. Come on, nift it. Is he going to knock that? He's doing all the work himself. I've got involved. What could possibly go wrong?
15. Love.
15, love. Fouled. Oh, God, I almost got hit on the head with the ball. There's no body faults here. There was a game I was doing before where the ball could knock into your body, and that was darned annoying.
15.
15, oh. At least we've won one game against this mob, anyway.
15.
We could do it again. He's knocked it into the net. I wanted to lift it over. Right, so we'll just do this game, then we'll get out of here. But what a great game. The game used to be about 10 minutes or so. I'm enjoying myself, and I think we're already miles over that there. But I wanted to show you the whole thing. 30. So do try this one out for yourself. You will have quite a lot of enjoyment out of the thing. I think on baby mode it moves the player as well there. Cool, and does your serving. So I hope you like having a look at that one. Great as I remembered, but obviously I've lost quite a lot on my skills. That was called Pro Tennis Tour 2, published by Ubisoft in 1991, also known as Great Courts 2. When it comes out this game, similar games, or anything retro, then by all means, put that in the comment section below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
You can do fade shots, drop shots. If you come to the net too early, they can just do a passing shot on your bottom. Right, okay.